Good morning. Charlie O'Hara back in the studio this morning to answer your legal questions. If you've got one, give us a call. Good morning, Charlie.
Good morning.
Thanks for coming today.
Sure.
And we have several callers on the line who'd like to ask Charlie a question. We'll get right to it. Good morning. What's your question for Charlie? Hi there. What's your question?
Yes. What I'm wondering is how to go about getting more investigation done on murder of a 20-month-old grandson.
Well, it kind of depends on a lot of things, and I don't know. If it happened a long time ago, at times there are units in the police department or the Sedgwick County Sheriff's Office, if it happened here in Sedgwick County, that are cold case, and they come back in and review things because we have new scientific ways to do things and different ways to check things out. And sometimes other people looking at something may give it a different perspective. The sad part of it is some things happen and they really are never solved. And despite what people want, I think they want some kind of closure in what happened. Sometimes that's not possible.
Well, and we see a lot of stuff on TV nowadays where they solve it quickly and they've got all this evidence, but sometimes it's really lack of evidence that maybe prevents them from solving it. Well,
and TV's all kind of set up in certain ways, and in reality, there's a lot of things that science can't solve. I mean, what people's memories are, what people saw, exactly what people's intent was, and obviously in the law, the intent of people is a huge thing. I mean, the fact that the coroner would call it a murder or a homicide doesn't mean that the person that did it really meant to do it, and there's a lot of factors that come in when the law is really involved, and a lot of it has to do with intent and what people think. So contact your local authorities who would be investigating. Well, I mean, obviously the news can come in if it's something that's really newsworthy and it has been, someone's dropped the ball or hasn't done what they should. You can contact the news, or, you know, I mean, as far as the DA's office, you can contact them, the Wichita Police Department, the FBI. I mean, we have a number of places here, the Sheriff's Office. Okay. But maybe they can't do anything with it. We don't know. Right. Well, we appreciate you calling. Try some of those. Thanks for Charlie's suggestion, and good luck to you. We're going to get back to the phones. We have another caller on the line. Good morning. What's your question for Charlie?
Yeah, Charlie, I received a ticket from the city police department as a traffic violation. It was a while ago, and I'm afraid I've got a bench warrant. I work out of state. I need to get this taken care of. Who would I go to talk to get this taken care of today?
I actually think what you can do is you can get on the internet and check it, and if there's a warrant out for you, they usually say it. The other option you have is calling up there. I mean, if you go in there, you might get arrested unless you pay it, but usually you can call up and find out what you owe and usually go up there and get it all taken care of. So I think it's something relatively simple. If it's a serious matter, you may want to get an attorney because you might end up incarcerated or something like that. But if it's just a traffic ticket, normally you could call up or get on the internet and find out. Will they ever let you pay it over the phone? I don't know for sure. I think they might by credit card. Okay. I think they actually might. Okay, thanks, Charlie. Okay, we have time for one more caller. Good morning. What's your question for Charlie today?
Hey, I had a total knee replacement done, and 8 months later they had to go back in and shave a bone and take a bone out. And approximately 8 months after that, they had to rip it all out and do it all over again. And I was just wondering, you know, if I could go after the first doctor that did the first two surgeries. I mean, I'm still having problems with it.
Okay.
Well, that all depends on what happened. I mean, obviously sometimes the doctor does the right thing and it doesn't work. Sometimes they try to correct it and it still doesn't work. Sometimes the doctor made a mistake, and if the doctor made a mistake, then you have a medical malpractice case. So it all depends on the circumstances and the facts. So if that happened to you, what I would advise you to do is get a hold of an attorney that handles those kind of cases and talk to that attorney. Usually they'll talk to you for free. And if they think you have a good case, then they can sue, and they'll tell you if they think you don't have one.
Okay, thank you, Charlie. Have a great week.
Okay, thank you.
We'll see you back here next week.